The Spirit found me there on a wooden bench, well weathered. My soul bowed down in prayer. Between the banjo and the Bible, my soul learned how to sing. In the Word I found my path, and in strings my offering. With Jesus as my roadway and heaven as my goal, I am the way, the truth, the life, says the one from whom shines the soul. Servant alone. Come to me, all who are weary, I read with tearful eyes, and knew that in his shelter my heart forever lies. Between the banjo and the Bible, my soul learned how to sing. In the Word I found my path, and in strings my offering. With Jesus as my roadway and heaven as my goal, I am the way, the truth, the life, says the one from whom shines the soul. Full of noise and sin begins to cry, I return to my small corner, let the banjo testify. There's an altar where I belong. The sound is humble but holy, like heaven singing along.
From clay and whispered prayer, through struggle, storms, and silent care. A song with no polished rhyme or show, but full of truth the soul can know. Not born of stages or rehearsed sound, but from hope that grew in sacred ground. It's a raw and radiant melody, a root of praise rising honestly. It's more than lyrics, it's confession, tears becoming sweet expression. Spirit moves and starts to dance when hearts give heaven a real chance. This is praise with a root so deep that flows from hearts who sow and reap. It brings the Spirit joy and rest in simple worship, not the best. The world may not understand this fire, but God draws near, moved by desire. A song that rises pure and sure. This is root of praise, so true and pure. Of David and his harp alone, singing to God before the throne. He wasn't crowned when he learned to sing, but just a shepherd with heaven's king. And in Psalm 103 he cried aloud, bless the Lord, oh my soul unbowed. He didn't seek gold or grand acclaim, just the presence wrapped in Yahweh's name. It's more than lyrics, it's confession, tears becoming sweet expression. The Spirit moves and starts to dance when hearts give heaven a real chance. This is praise with a root so deep that flows from hearts who sow and reap. It brings the Spirit joy and rest in simple worship, not the best. The world may not understand this fire, but God draws near, moved by desire. A song that rises pure and sure. This is root of praise, so true and pure. Sung on fields or in a shed, God hears each humble word that's said. When praise comes from the soul laid bare, heaven answers every prayer. This is praise that takes no stage, but shakes the walls and breaks the cage. Lord, I'm dust, but I am yours. That kind of love forever pours. No wall can block the cry once more of one who sings with root of praise.
By the river's edge I sat to breathe. No words, no rush, just time and me. The world was shouting empty things, but silence let your presence sing. No thunder spoke, no burning light, just your spirit near, soft as night. In the sound of silence I heard you, Lord. Through the falling leaves I felt your word. Not in the fire nor the heavy storm, but in the whisper, gentle and warm. Your voice is worth more than endless noise. In the stillness you restore and rejoice. I walk through roads of dust and doubt, chasing answers, shutting you out. But when I let my striving cease, your quiet voice brought perfect peace. You are not alone, don't fear. You spoke so low yet crystal clear. In the sound of silence I heard you, Lord. Through the falling leaves I felt your word. Not in the fire nor the heavy storm, but in the whisper, gentle and warm. Your voice is worth more than endless noise. In the stillness you restore and rejoice. Not in the fire nor in the quake, your holy presence made no shake. It came so soft but pierced right through. In the hush I was renewed. In the sound of silence I heard you, Lord. And the hollow was filled with something more. You don't always shout, but you're always near. In the silence your grace draws me near.
At the break of day I lift my voice, a brand new song, my soul's own choice. I declare your salvation wide, from dusty roads to the heart inside. This guitar is my prayer today, each simple chord a word I pray. Sing to the Lord a brand new song. It's the cry my heart has sung all along. My song belongs to you, Lord. My soul is a melody true. Let the sound of my praise be pleasing each day to you. May my words and thoughts align with your will through all of time. My song belongs to you, Lord. Even silence and pain are yours. I ride this road of joy and ache. Sometimes I bend, sometimes I break. But even in the midnight chill, I praise you with hands that can't feel. For I know that love sustains through every joy and all my
every verse, in every line I say this song, Lord, is thine. With psalms and hymns I bless your name, singing with grace through joy or flame. My soul a temple soft and true, where all my worship belongs to you. My song belongs to you, Lord, even when I can't sing it right. Your grace becomes the tune I breathe. You'll cross my altar in the night. My song belongs to you, Lord, forever and always it will. My song belongs to you, Lord.
Swell, it was steady and sweet like honey spell. Prepare the way for the Lord, it cried, strong with love and heaven's guide. In the stillness broke through fear and stirred my soul to draw near. My sheep hear my voice, said the one so true, who walks the valleys to shepherd you. And even when shadows fill the air, his word brings light and leads me there. That echoes in the valley, stronger than fear, more clear than the sky. The voice of the Lord rolls over the waters, with healing for hearts too weary to cry. Through rocks, through mist, through every road, your voice still tells me where to go. Without luck, lost in my ways, carried by the northern wind for days. But then I heard your faithful sound and turned again to sacred ground. Now even in sorrow, deep and wide, I hear your shepherd by my side. Your voice won't fail or drift away, it gently guides me day by day. My sheep hear my voice, said the one so true, who walks the valleys to shepherd you. And even when shadows fill the air, his word brings light and leads me there. It's the voice that echoes in the valley, stronger than fear, more clear than the sky. The voice of the Lord rolls over the waters, with healing for hearts too weary to cry. No matter where I've gone or been, your voice still finds me and calls me in.
Not every day brings a sky so blue, sometimes it's dust and silence too. The road is long with curves and pain, but I press on in Jesus' name. I've stumbled hard, I've lost my ground, held my heart when no strength was found. But his voice spoke deep inside, child, I'm your savior, I'll never hide. In this world you will know pain, that's what he himself explained. But take heart, my child, and see, I've overcome, walk on with me. Along the trails of redemption, I walk by faith, not by perfection. Through the thorns, the dust, the climb, God's hand is holding mine each time. It's not a garden full of roses, but a path where holy courage grows. Along the trails of redemption, pain refines, and heaven is the direction. The trials of the just, but the Lord delivers, in him we trust. Every tear that falls to the dirt is noticed by God and watered from hurt. I've walked beneath the moonless sky, but to learn to hear when I can't see why. Faith's not born when all is right, it's shaped in deserts, carved in night. When you pass through waters, I'll be near, and through the flames you shall not fear. For those who walk with the great I Am never walk alone, never walk alone. Along the trails of redemption, I walk by faith, not by perfection. Through the thorns, the dust, the climb, God's hand is holding mine each time. It's not a garden full of roses, but a path where holy courage grows. Along the trails of redemption, pain prepares the resurrection. When I reach the journey's end, with scars and dust and faith in my friend, I'll know each step was worth the cost. For heaven walk where I once was lost. Along the trails of redemption, I carry grace like a quiet anthem. Though the thorns may still remain, he walks with me through every pain. It's not a garden full of roses, but a place where deeper mercy grows. Along the trails of redemption, the cross becomes the road to resurrection.
The kitchen floor, with tired hands and a soul unsure. It's in the silence between yes and no that faith begins its quiet glow. It's in the routine no one sees that worship grows like rooted trees. Not on a stage, not in the light, but in each breath that lives what's right. 'Cause the altar God delights to see is a life that chooses to believe, where time and heart and quiet grace become a song of sacred praise. On the altar of faith I pour it out, all my struggles, fears and doubt. Each choice I make, each step I take becomes a prayer for heaven's sake. On the altar of faith I'm burning bright, though I'm weak his grace ignites. My life's the place where you reside, an altar where heaven won't hide. It's in the acts that no one sees, in holding peace and choosing peace, in words that heal and calm the flame, in quiet love with no acclaim. It's being sheltered, standing still, loving others when it takes will, to be the root when all things shake, and keep the faith for heaven's sake. 'Cause the altar God delights to see is a life that chooses to believe, where time and heart and quiet grace become a song of sacred praise. On the on the altar of faith. I'm laid down, even in pain my soul wears a crown, and your spirit makes its home in me. Through every path I walk and see, on the altar of faith I choose to stand, held by love, led by your hand. My life's the place where you reside, an altar where heaven abides.
Through cracked earth and hardened stone, I walked with burdens tired and alone. But I heard a voice deep inside, of living waters flowing wide. Whoever believes in me will see rivers of life flow endlessly. There at the edge of my despair, the river of ancient grace met me there. This river flows not by my deed, but by a gift no soul could plead. By grace you have been saved, he said, not by works but love instead. I cannot earn, I can't contain, but still this grace renews my name. This river runs through all of me, it's ancient grace and it runs free. I saw dry leaves fall to the ground, like my soul lost and unbound. But when the waters touched my skin, dead things began to bloom within. Now everywhere I walk I sing, and even clay becomes offering. This river never fades or dies, it's living truth that sets free. It's not from clouds or Jordan's tide, but from the throne that dwells inside. A stream that heals, restores, and stays, the memory of Christ and grace. This river flows not by my deed, but by a gift no soul could plead. By grace you have been saved, he said, not by works but love instead. He found me where all hope had ceased, and now I'm free in the river that never ceases. I walk through dusty trails where the soul begins to fade, but up on the rocky ridges a sign was gently laid. The cross among the mountains stood tall in front of me. Then I recalled the ancient truth. He bore our grief and carried our pain, and that's where my ending ceased to be. The cross among the mountains is a lighthouse in my storm. Though I stumble through the shadows, your grace still keeps me warm. Even though I walk through the valley so dark, I will not fear, for you are with me. In the echo of the hillside, heaven's calling out to me.
cross remains unshaken, like an anchor come what may. No valley is too low, no mountain far or wide, to erase what has been written in the thorns, the nails, the side. And when I reach the summit, where salvation meets the sky, you'll see a tired pilgrim with peace behind his eyes. I lift my eyes toward the hills. Where does my help come from? From the Lord who made the heavens and who raised the cross above. The cross among the mountains found me where I fell. It's not the end, it's the beginning, a grace no words can tell.
Dust rises under my footsteps on the path through endless lands. The sun is slowly fading, but I hold firm to what stands. The sky lights up with stars, and a whisper lifts my prayer. Even in the coldest evening, your lantern's always there. You're the light on the dirt road, my guide when I'm morning low. When the world turns dark around me, your grace still makes me glow. I no longer walk by sight, nor by what I understand. Your word's the lamp before me that teaches me to stand. I've crossed valleys with no trail, faced rivers I feared to pass, but your hand reached out to hold me and calm the storm at last. The silence of the field preaches while the sparrows lift their sound. Even on dusty soil, your presence wraps me round. You're the light on the dirt road, my guide when I'm morning low. When the world turns dark around me, your grace still makes me glow. I no longer walk by sight, nor by what I understand. Your word's the lamp before me that teaches me to stand. And if the rain should wash my tracks, if time should steal my ground, still I'll walk with steady steps, for your spirit's all around. You're the light on the dirt road, even when sowed in dry and stubborn ground. No rain, no clouds, no thunder sound. The waiting felt like a desert road, but I walked with peace my Savior showed. Don't grow weary in doing what's right. In due season the harvest comes to light. And the birds sang high on branches bare, as if they knew the promise in the air. Seeds cast out by wounded hands will bloom like grace across the land. All that's watered with a prayer will rise in time, soft and fair. Look at the birds that soar in the sky. They don't soar, reap, or store supply, yet the Father feeds each one with care, with grace and wisdom everywhere. If He feeds the sparrow and clothes the tree, surely He won't forget about me. I will trust in what I can't yet see, in the harvest meant for me. God stays true. His promise won't fade, it always breaks through. Out in the field where silence grew, I heard His word in the robin's tune. Some fruit is born in perfect time, through quiet toil and hands that climb. The sun will shine when the moment's right, and heaven still whispers in the night. Seeds cast out by wounded hands will bloom like grace across the land. All that's watered with a prayer will rise in time, soft and fair. Look at the birds that soar in the sky. They don't sow or reap or store supply, yet the Father feeds each one with care, with grace and wisdom everywhere. If He feeds the sparrow and clothes the tree, He'll fulfill His word to me. In the harvest of the promise I will stay, even when it feels far away.
The cracked, dry ground was waiting still, while fallen leaves danced down the hill. But heaven sighed with love so wide, and leaned down gently open-eyed. It felt like rain, so calm and deep, the word that heals and makes roots keep. Right there in dirt and quiet song, the living water poured out strong, like a spring that never dies. Your voice rained down from the skies. Every drop that fell from you made the barren bloom anew. It was when heaven kissed the field, and grace like a quiet river was revealed. The living word came pouring down, soaking deeply this dusty ground. Where there was thirst, praise grew again. Where there was pain, sweet joy came in. When heaven touched my broken land, I drank salvation from your hand. I heard your whisper in the dew, soft paths of light that pulled me through. It wasn't fire or storm or flame, but peace that called me by my name. Your word felt like a healing stream, so gentle, steady, full of dream. Like fields in bloom after the rain, my heart became your home again. Like a spring that never dies, your voice rained down from the skies. Every drop that fell from you made the barren bloom anew. It was when heaven kissed the field, and grace like a quiet river was dusty ground. Now the fields all sing redemption's tune. The living water made them bloom, and heaven kissed my soul that day and never walked away.
I don't need applause or a crowd, nor bright stage lights or music loud. Just a corner, a place to kneel, and open skies where my soul can heal. I've learned the Lord sees deeper than eyes, not what impresses or draws a disguise, but the honest sound of whispered prayer in the right time, breathed in the air. 'Cause faith that's pure doesn't make a sound, but it moves mountains, shakes the ground. It's in the silence deep within that the truest praise begins. It's time to worship with the heart, no performance, no scripted part. Like the field that sings without a plan, like the breeze that prays across the land. It's time to return to what is real, to a living faith no ritual can steal. It's time to worship with the heart. I still remember when I was small, Grandma singing soft behind the wall. No choir robes, no church in sight, but heaven filled that yard with light. She'd say, "Child, God doesn't see fancy clothes, He sees who believes." And still today I hear her song. It keeps my worn out spirit strong. 'Cause those who sow with humble hands will reap peace in any land, and God reveals His sweetest part to the ones who seek with the heart. It's time to worship with the heart, no pretending, no playing the part. Like the wind that hums without a word, like the rain that sings when it's heard. It's time to return to what is true, to a faith that's quiet, kind and new. It's time to worship with the heart. Maybe you don't know how to pray just right, but God still hears you in the night. You don't need much to reach the sky, just a whisper, an honest cry. A quiet voice with real intent speaks louder than an eloquent event. It's time to worship with the heart, in the kitchen, the porch, or barnyard, where the soul meets the Creator's love, in the ordinary and the stars above. It's time to return to sacred ground. No rush, no noise, no need for sound. It's time to worship